something else that Peter King and I talked about on Friday, this narrative that has kind of gotten baked into the overall coverage of the NFL that Jimmy Garoppolo is a nice guy and Jimmy's going to do whatever the 49ers want him to do. Meanwhile, he's going on shows like Adam Shines saying, I wouldn't wish last year on anyone. He goes out and has his shoulder surgery without telling the team to put the kibosh on a trade. I think Jimmy's hatching his own plan to get what he wants in San Francisco. And Chris, the worst case scenario for him is they keep him around, Lance wins the job, they go to him late August, early September and say, hey, Jimmy, we can't keep you at $25 million. We'll pay you 10, can't pay you 25 because you're not the starter. So you either take that reduction or we got to cut you. Oh, and everybody else has their depth chart set. Good luck finding a job. That's why I think he needs to be a little more aggressive in forcing this to a head. You don't want to just go along and find yourself being told to get along down the highway when Week 1 rolls around and they don't want to pay you $25 million.
It's an interesting discussion. I mean, it is. It's one where you go, you can make sense a little bit from Jimmy if you put yourself in Jimmy Garoppolo's shoes, to where you go, it's not the worst option in the world, but at the same time, you're gonna. If I'm Jimmy Garoppolo, I'm looking at that going, man. I mean, I brought this team to the Super Bowl, went to an NFC Championship game, and here they are going to screw me. Like, do I really want to do them any favors? Do I really want to do any favors for this team, these guys? Let them off the hook if Trey Lance does run around, like a chicken with his head cut off and hurts his knee, and now they got me, and, I have to play the whole year, but I got screwed over on my money, and here I am playing good again. I have a hard time thinking he'll be able to do that. Even with the comments he made a few weeks ago, I would wish that on no one. I just don't think he's going to want to deal with it. I think he's got enough money here to go, you know what? Screw the $10 million. I don't care. I don't want to deal with it. And I know that's a really bold statement, but, man, I would certainly be thinking of that if I was in his shoes.
He has every reason to try to get out of there now,
right?
Just like Baker Mayfield. At least Baker Mayfield knows he's getting 18.8. There's a way that this falls out for Jimmy G where he never sees 25.
Yeah.
He may have a hard time seeing 5 depending upon when the 49ers would move on from him. Then again, there's the possibility he will be the starter. It's a weird situation. And this whole he's a nice guy thing, that's a 49ers talking point that some in the media, some who are on the payroll directly or indirectly of the 49ers, are pushing. I don't buy that nice guy stuff. We haven't seen the actions to back it up, and it's not in his best interest to just go along. It's not. They're going to make the decisions that are in the best interest of the team. Jimmy's got to make the decisions that are in the best interest of Jimmy. And that's why I have an agent. You let the agent be the bad guy. But this whole, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with you, just keeping me around. You're waiting for a catastrophic knee injury, and then you're going to get into a fight with the Browns to see who can work. No, I don't want that. I don't want that. Just cut me. Just let me go. Just let me go. And then maybe he signs with the Texans, and he turns a 4-win team into a 9-win team. So I think he's got more reason than Baker Mayfield to push this to a head.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I mean, it's right up there with it, no question. He has every right to be pissed off and want to get the hell out of there and do this team no favors. And he's going to have to play hardball. I think to your point, this is one where as Cleveland, I can't see them really ultimately hanging on to Baker Mayfield. The 49ers, I can legitimately see them hanging on to Garoppolo to what you're saying, to the end of training camp and kind of screwing him over there. And if he's going to be kind of just quiet, good soldier, whatever, being able to deal with it, that's going to make life a lot easier on the 49ers and having to deal with that whole situation. I wouldn't let him get away with that if I'm Jimmy G.
And it's not deliberately screwing him over. It's taking full advantage of the contract that they have.
Right.
It's back to what I was saying. You're treating these players like property, San Francisco and Cleveland, that he's your property. And we're going to keep him here. Even though we've made this huge investment in Trey Lance, we have the ability, because he has no guaranteed money, and it doesn't vest, the $25 million doesn't vest until week 1. We can play this out. And then we can go to him and say, you take 10 or you take a hike, and that's in the best interest of the team. And my overriding point is the team will always do what's in its best interest. The players need to do what's in their best interest too. And I think it's in Jimmy's best interest to try to get the hell out of there, because it's not like the 49ers have to pay him if he's not there. That's the one big difference between San Francisco and Cleveland in this quarterback situation.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.